Here we are for War 10 of Season 22, coming into the home stretch now. Probably not looking at top 3 in Masters, but, still want to do well, just, for the PR reasons and the cards and all that stuff and for Loki that makes it, every war fun and, you don't want to do badly. Path 9 on here in Section 1. Couple diversity placements, quake, and then the next one's taskmaster. This quake's nothing really to talk about. It's a rank 3 rulk against a 5-star quake. It's like I said, just a diversity placement. There's really not a lot you could put on here that gonna get kills. Just might be a potion eaters, and she's dead. So that's a really easy fight. Next one is at taskmaster. Not a tough fight, but because of the physical resistance, it does take a little while. It'll take a little bit of time. And one thing you always got to remember about Taskmaster is once he has had 10 debuffs placed on him, he goes debuff immune, which is unfortunate. And you'll see me at one point switch up from parry style to just blocking, because I wanted my SB3 Incinerate to land. So I was like, right here, you can see I'm just baiting out heavies. I'm like, I can take a little bit of chip damage. I really want that SB3 Incinerate to do, I want it to apply. And, if I parry him too much, then he's going to go debuff immune and it's not going to apply. Spoilers, it doesn't apply, even though I didn't do that many parries. But, that's, one of the things with Taskmaster. But still, it's not a big deal. It's a Taskmaster. He's not that difficult, it's just a diversity placement, which is understandable. And you'll see he goes down here. Even though I didn't get the big Incinerate on the SB3, he still goes down rather quickly. Yeah, there we go. Not a tough fight, but, diversity. Here we are in Section 2 on Path 5. I don't know if I've ran this season. I don't think I have. I dropped suicides, once again, you don't have to. I probably could have gotten away with it with Doom, with just how quick this fight will go. But, it's always best to be safe. And, it's not that many units. And it's, I'm starting to get kind of low on loyalty, so it's better than throwing on a combat region to kind of alter some of that stuff. You can see here I did outrange the SP1 and punish that, and I did learn that from earlier this season, that you can't actually outrange his SP1 if you have the spacing right. And then we're here into the Doom cycle, and it's pretty simple from here. I don't really bother going for intercepts. This is the ebb and flow intercept, but with Doom against Aarkus, with how much power gain there is, and just how often you're throwing specials, there's really very little point in worrying too much about intercepts. Just let Doom do his thing. If Aarkus gets to an SB3, Doom can tank it. If he doesn't, you can just push on through, which is pretty much what I try to do. And you'll see he'll get to an SB3 and throw it right there. I was like, well, he's at an SB3, I'll go ahead and throw the SB2. So here I eat the SB3. It's not a big deal. I don't even know how much damage it does, maybe 20-30%. Like, you can tank multiple SB3s from a 5-star Aarkus with a Doom. And I'm not even heavily boosted. I think I threw on a 10% combo boost and a 15% attack. So I think I showed that earlier, but I even forgot it wasn't that big of a deal. Next up is this ManThing. It's a rulk fight. The only complication that you can really have for ManThing is if he has a high MD 4 or 5, really just MD 5. And you can see here I'm throwing the suicides back on. My next 2 fights will be rulk fights, so no reason not to have suicides on. And but like I was saying about ManThing, I mean, without MD, he's really not a problem with someone like rulk. With MD, he can get complicated, and so I did kind of roll the dice a little bit on this fight, hoping he wouldn't have MD. But given the alliance we were facing, and that they're placing a lot of 5-stars, I figured, yeah, they're probably not going all out with mastery swaps. But even if they were, I should still be fine. I can take probably 2 SP3s from ManThing with rulk, so it would have been fine. I go a little bit chancy in this fight, trying with the ebb and flow intercept just to, let's see what I can do with this. Hey, there we go. I got an intercept. I really didn't have to do that with this fight either, but I was just like, I just kind of want to see how I can do. So here you can see I'm trying to bait the SP2. He throws it nice and easy. He puts the postural on me. So I'll find out pretty soon whether or not he has MD, and you see there he doesn't. So here I am just baiting the SP2. Like, come on, go ahead and throw it. Sometimes they get stubborn like this, but I wasn't really too worried about it. Just taking my time. He'll throw it eventually. There's no really, extra things in this fight to worry about. Oh, maybe he did have a little bit of MD. It must have been like MD 3 or 4. I just noticed that. I didn't notice it in the fight because it didn't affect anything, but I guess he did have some level of MD because my dexterity, when that came off, I saw he got a little extra power, but still, all I had to do was get to 1 SP3 and this fight was over, so that was an easy fight. Next up is Nova on node 49, the hazard shift. You've seen me on hazard shift pretty much every war this season, or most of them. And I've never fought Nova on here, so I actually asked B Manny if he had any vids on this, and he showed me one. It's a pretty simple fight. Rulk doesn't go unblockable, so it's mostly, the same thing with most rulk fights. Get to an SP3, throw that, and watch them burn to death. And that's pretty much my plan on this fight. Bait SP1s, because I have no idea how to evade his SP1, and everything in between is just kind of like, all right, well, I can try to bait heavies. I can throw off an intercept here or there to, kind of keep his charges down. I know he can go unblockable at some point, but still, I wasn't too worried about it. I can fully evade his SP1, like you see right there. I do slip that up at one point in this fight, but still, it's not a big deal. Here's the way to do it with the stubborn. You fully evade the first part. Well, not that time. That's where I messed up. But you fully evade the first part. You block the second part, and then you can punish the special. There you can see with the intercept and with his charges, I would have thought that would have auto-blocked, but I'm not really too sure, to be honest. Here I am at the SP3, and then the key for this is after you throw the SP3 is make sure you don't trigger stubborn and let that incinerate do its work. And 1743 a tick, and I triggered stubborn, but this fight's almost over, so there we go. Pretty good and clean war for me. I'm happy. Y'all have a good one.